today we are looking at structuring business through formalizing it. If you are an SME banking with KCB, if you are an SME banking with KCB, you are a member of Biashara club, you are truly running a business and you bank with KCB and you have not registered your business, please let me know. I can see we have all registered our businesses, either a sole proprietorship or partners or a company. So 5 major types of businesses in Kenya. The first one, the entry level, is sole proprietorship, owned by one entrepreneur, one person. Now, for those of you who are sole proprietors, I hope by the time I finish, I'll be able to persuade you why you need to graduate into a limited liability company. And the second type of a business is partnership. Then the most common is corporation, or what you call LLC, limited liability company. And different from the first two in the sense that it's an independent entity owned by shareholders, governed by articles and memorandum of association, which definitely you guys have and fully understand. The fourth type of business is a franchise. This is a new frontier for many of you, so I might take 3 or 4 minutes at a franchise and rush over the other areas because they're more familiar. But this is an area gaining momentum in Kenya. One licensed business, others use the name. Then of course we have cooperative. Cooperative is a business, but it's owned by members to either jointly buy or jointly sell. So let me say this, for the professionals in our midst, why certifications? One, you're recognized in the industry. They take you to be credible. Without certification, they take you as a quack. Number 2, you attract more business. Like I was telling Rosemary, there are some guys who cannot give you a major training because of NITA. So you attract more business, then there's structured learning. For example, in project management, we have Prince 2. So what happens when you register for this course, because you have to be examined, just like lawyers, they will go to the University of Nairobi Packard's campus, and guess what will happen? After they graduate, they still cannot practice as a lawyer, they cannot be on the bench, they can't be hired by the government, they can't present anyone. Until again, they go to their own school of law where they get their certifications. I'm sorry I have to tell you this. Sometimes these certifications are exam focused and they don't help entrepreneurs at all. I've seen people who have sat for Prince 2, but they cannot consult in project management. I have personally taught people master's degree, PhD in strategic management, but they cannot talk to you the way I'm talking to you today. They cannot tell you the things I'm telling you right now, even though they have a master's degree or a PhD in business management, in strategic management. Sometimes certifications can give you a narrow perspective. You stop thinking business and you keep thinking, because I have this certification, business will come. And if somebody does not have this certification, then they are not experts. If someone does not have this certification, then they don't understand this field. And sometimes people lack continuous improvement in the sense that I have seen people after getting a certification, they don't do anything else. There's no more learning. Like what you're doing in class today. The fact that you enrolled for this class means you believe in continuous learning. You believe in continuous improvement. You believe in self-development. Don't ever make a mistake of saying, because I have this certification in marketing, I can't attend a seminar on marketing. Getting a certification is not the end of the journey. Now, the third thing I wanted to discuss briefly with you is books of accounts. Why do we need books of accounts? Let me give you some quick reasons why we need to keep books of accounts. Number 1, and the most important, it analyzes business performance. What is business for if you don't know your profits? So keeping books of accounts will tell you the actual profits and business growth, the trend, where you are heading. Number 2, financial management. You know exactly what is the GP, what is the gross profit before tax, after tax, and you can measure it against industry standards. You can also tell what is your cash flow at any given moment. Number 3, better decision making. You know whether you need to cut down on your staff. You know whether you need to open a new branch. Better decision making. Better organization. Why? When you need to pull something like taxation, you will not do too much paperwork, going all over the office, looking for where did you keep the KRA forms. Can I ask? Let's be vulnerable a bit. Maybe let me first read what Stephen wrote. It cost me 2K per month for directors' management accounts, then 10K per year for the audited accounts, then 5K per special accounts as required on tenders sometimes. Look at that. You can get a good accountant from Stephen Ukwaro for only 2K a month. Please, my people, I am beseeching you, just work with an accountant. Don't try to specialize in an area that you have not studied. You're not an accountant, you're not an accountant. And even if you're an accountant, don't try to audit yourself. Don't try to treat yourself. Doctors go for help from other doctors. How many can confess? Sometimes you're looking for KRA forms and you can't get them. How many can confess? Sometimes you're looking for something in the office and you don't even know where it is. Paperwork all over. You don't even remember where the receipts are for fueling your car. And you know you're wasting all the money that you could be claiming from KRA, or at least reducing on how much tax you pay by just keeping the records right. Moses can confess that. So with management accounts, you're better organized. You know what is where. Better budgeting, better planning. So you can plan. Can I increase the number of staff members? Can I increase the number of branches? Do I increase the stock? You can plan more because you can tell where the cash flows are at any given moment. A lot of people confuse sales with profits. Easy reporting to investors. Why? Investors don't like stories. When somebody wants to bring money into your business, all they want, give me the management accounts, give me the audited accounts, and I can make a decision whether to invest in your business or not. Tax preparation. So when it comes to doing returns, it's much easier. Statutory requirements. Let me tell you something. It's a requirement by law for you to keep financial records. It's a requirement by law, including filing for taxation, paying NHIF, and NSSF. If you did not know, it's a requirement by law for you to keep financial records. Remember this, it's your responsibility as the business owner to file these statutory obligations for your employees. You would rather have it right. And this job may be too tedious for you. That's why I'm saying you may just need to outsource, get an accountant to do this stuff for you. You can end up in a hot soup with KRA just because of pay. And remember, if your employees are knowledgeable, you can fire them and then they fix you because you didn't keep good books. If they are malicious enough, they can end up fixing you for simply not keeping the records. So I would rather you spend some little money, talk with Steve, get the contacts. Nyambura and Moses, can we allow Steve to share? Steve, when you get the phone number of your accountant, please just share it here on the chat box. Please just share the number of your accountant here. I know you would also want to help other people. We are here because we are brothers and we can help each other. And the last thing I want to encourage you today I want to encourage you to insure your business. I want to propose to you, you insure your business. That's what I want to suggest to you today. And the major reason is very simple. Insurance is a cover. That's why I have a picture there of an umbrella covering you from the rains, acid rains. If you think about a pair of scissors, you can't judge the ability of a blade to cut on its own. You have to look at it in pairs. What is so strange with many Kenyans, they insure their vehicles, they insure their trucks, but they don't insure themselves. The truck is more important than themselves. So you find somebody insuring a car, but they have no personal accident cover. Unlike health insurance, business insurance is normally very, very small amounts. Very, very small amounts. It's not as expensive as medical insurance. There are many ways of managing risks. That's a huge lesson for another day. You can mitigate, you can spread, you can reduce. You can never eliminate risks, but you can mitigate, you can eliminate, you can, mitigate, you can share risks, you can spread risks, you can minimize. But one of the ways to do it is insurance, which is sharing the risk. But two, peace of mind. When you know that if anything happens to this business, I'm up and running. Whether it's fire, whether it's theft, whether it's robbery. Robbery is common in Kenya, let's be real. Number three, key man indemnification, from the word indemnity. This means insuring the most important person in the business. Because if Frederick Mulevi is affected, your children are affected, your wife is affected, all your dependents, if your parents are depending on you, they are affected. So you need to insure the key person in the business. Then business continuity. One sure way of business continuity, and I can give you examples. I was consulting for Stanbic Bank in Southern Sudan. They are the largest bank in Southern Sudan by turnover. Branches, KCB is still ahead. Turnover, the Stanbic Bank was able to be in South Sudan very early. So they picked the major accounts of the government, the military. But one time they went through an incident, which I don't want to give you the details. But because they had insured the business, there was business continuity. Now, I think even KCB, there were some branches that were attacked when Southern Sudan was attacking Kenyan businesses. Equity Bank was also attacked. And that's the time you realize you need to back up your data somewhere and also to insure your business.